Welcome to the secret ingredient. We're in New York City at the Whole Foods Market on Bowery and Houston Street. And our guest chef today is Todd Coleman. Todd is currently the food editor of Savoir magazine, and he has over 20 years of culinary experience. So Todd,
yes,
tell me, what is your secret ingredient today?
Corn tortillas. We're going to be making a breakfast dish from Mexico called Chilaquiles. There's a lot of different ways of making it. This is just one very specific way.
Excellent.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Tell me what to do.
Well, first we're going to start off making the sauce by sauteing or browning off some chorizo. This is Mexican chorizo, which is fresh and it's taken out of the casings, just as you would with hot Italian sausage, which is a good substitute for this dish. So brown that off.
Get that going over here.
And I'm going to cut up the tortillas. The most important element of this dish is the tortillas. It's good to have. You have to have a good quality, authentic corn tortilla, which is what these are. I'm going to cut these into triangles.
All right.
So we'll start frying them. We don't have a thermometer. One way of telling whether the oil's hot enough is you can take a pair of chopsticks or a wooden spoon and stick it in here. And if it's really gurgling pretty rapidly, you know it's about the right heat for frying.
Okay, good tip.
Pretty cool. So we'll add a few at a time just to start them off. All right. Let's get those stirring. That's working.
Our chorizo is just about ready.
So we're gonna roast some vegetables for our sauce.
All right.
Jalapeno, you can just stem it. I don't like seeding it so much. A lot of people think that seeding a chili, the seeds are what have the heat in it. It's actually the more you chop it up, the spicier it gets. So I'm going to quickly core these tomatoes, throw them onto the tray. We leave the garlic cloves intact, right? Tomatoes can be left like this, or if you want, you can cut them in half. Leave them cut side down so that the skins are exposed. Just going to quarter this.
So you don't even need to peel that onion, huh?
You don't have to. I like to, sometimes, if you depending. Otherwise, you have to take them off at the end.
Okay.
So I'm going to add a little bit of oil to these. Just toss them up a little, get them lubricated.
All right.
Which helps them to cook evenly, right? And then we're going to, if I hand this to you, Charlie, you can put it into the broiler.
I'll
and
do
we're
that.
going to broil them for about 6 or so minutes until they get hopefully charred on the outside and somewhat soft. We have some pre-done here. Like this, they're charred on the outside, the peels are starting to come off. Nice and juicy, they've let some of their liquid, right? And you can see...
That's beautiful, just as it is, isn't it?
So I'm going to take them over to the blender.
Okay.
And then we make our sauce.
I'm going to keep making these.
So next we're going to add a little bit of water to our sauce here. We'll add a quarter teaspoon or so of Mexican oregano. Any old dried oregano will do. Sesame seeds, which is sort of unusual in this. You often see this in something like mole poblano, another famous Mexican dish. Chipotles and adobo, which is basically ingredient of the decade. Smoked jalapenos that are packed in a spicy chili sauce. Sometimes made with chipotle, sometimes made with other chilies, like pasillas, which have a very raisin-like character. Dump those in. Puree this up. Put that in. Looks great.
It does. Great color.
So go ahead and stir that up. This doesn't take that long to cook.
Everything's
five
pretty much done.
5 to 10 minutes or so. So meanwhile, I'm going to chop a little cilantro for our garnishes. Let me tell you about those for a little bit here, Charlotte. We have,
what do we have?
Crema, which crema is really just a cultured product. It's available in any Mexican grocery store. But what we've done here, which is more practical, is taking a little bit of sour cream. You can loosen it with a little bit of milk or water even. It just has to have a drizzling consistency, right? Radishes, which some might be an unusual touch, but it's very, very common in Mexico.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a common garnish on tacos or enchiladas. They're sometimes sliced thin. Here we have them in water so that they stay nice and crisp.
Yep.
And then here we have cotija, which is an aged Mexican cheese, queso anejo, aged cheese. And then cilantro. I like to chop up the cilantro with its stems. The stems actually have a lot of flavor. So we can go ahead and start adding some of our tortillas as they're done.
All right, okay.
Mixing it up. We'll just keep cooking them up a little bit. I'll add a little bit of water.
Ah, it's already smelling
As the
so
sauce seems
incredible.
a little bit thick, but that's okay. This looks good.
Okay.
So they've softened. They're one with the sauce, and it smells great, looks great, which is the main thing. So we'll bring over our plate some chopped cilantro, aged Mexican cheese. Again, you can use feta if you'd like. Some of these beautiful radishes. It's a color contrast as well as a textural contrast. Nice, crisp, sweet. And then we'll add some of our crema or some of our, loosened sour cream. Just dot that over the top.
Ah, that is fabulous.
Yeah, it looks
I'm
fantastic.
dying to taste this. Ah, Todd, this is such a great dish using our organic corn tortillas. Thank you so much for joining us today and sharing this fabulous recipe for chilaquiles. It's really exceptional, and I can't wait to try it at home. So
Hope you do.
I can't wait. I can't wait. So anyway, thank you everyone for joining us today on The Secret Ingredient.
I'm Donna at Whole Foods Market in Chelsea, and you are watching The Secret Ingredient.